Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy 1st of the month, more specifically happy 1st of December. And I've been dying to do this for ages, and I thought I'd do this a bit differently this year. Up until now I've just either done it behind the scenes, recorded it privately, or even recorded the build privately. But today I thought, you know what, it might be quite fun to do these two builds live with you guys. But I thought I would share the opening of this wonderful box. This is the Star Wars Lego Advent Calendar. I've been buying this one for about, I think, 5 years now, but I believe it started in 2013. It's been going on ever since. There's the back, by the way. That's the back of the box there with all the different. That gives you sort of an overview of what it looks like. I love the Millennium Falcon, which I've just seen there. That is an amazing piece. I might keep the box just for that. That's just brilliant. Anyway, let's get on with it. As always, I always think I'm prepared for doing these things, and then I always find there's something I've forgotten. That looks brilliant. This is definitely the best. I've got to say, this is actually the best looking one that I've seen of all the Star Wars Lego Advent Calendars that have been out there. This is just such a great scene. I love it. But also, it feels more like an actual scene. It feels more. What's the word I'm looking for? Trying to find the words here. It feels more like there's a story going on as opposed to just a scenery. So, really loving it. And you know what I'm realising is this relates to the holiday video they released recently on their channel, or on the Disney channel, which I haven't seen yet. So I'm going to try and find a way of seeing that. Anyway, let's open door number 1 and see who we've got. I'm going to try this really carefully. Okay, so this is day 1, and that's for you guys so you know which day I'm doing, and also for the record of the camera. And it looks like a Jedi TIE fighter. Doing these sort of things has been a lot of fun, putting these together, and it's kind of given, rekindled some of my my childhood in a little way. Right, okay, so the next bit, another one of these white ones. Let's shift these over. One of these days I will try and work out a better way of doing this, but for now this is the way I'm going to be doing it. Okay, and we've got these little red ones in here. A red piece there. Snapshot, and snapshot. Let's do the same on the other one. One, 2, and 3. So I've got to make sure it's really tight so it doesn't fall again. Well, the big difference between these ones and the normal Lego kits is it's not always as easy to see exactly what to do. Normally with a Lego kit you kind of get some kind of idea how to put it together. With this one, there's a little bit of having to, working things out a bit, because while it does give you the instructions, it's one instruction as opposed to stage by stage. So there's an element of trying to suss it all out, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay, so then, oh shame, I took the pictures and I left that thing in there. That was silly of me. Right, let's delete that one from there. Delete that, delete, go back. Okay, let's put this back in again. Right. Okay. Right, I need a little torch. So one of these little red squares. Goes there. Oop, and it wants to go in. When it wants to go in. There we go. Oops, done it again. Keep forgetting to take the tool out of the way. Such a tool. Let's try it again. Okay. Alright. And then that little grey one in the front. So there's this little grey one here. That goes there by the looks of it. Oop. Why does that look? Why doesn't that look? Ah, right, okay, I see what's happened. So that goes in there, right. So see what I'm saying, it wasn't that clear from the image. It wasn't that clear. So I've had to shift it down a bit. I have to take my tool out of the way. Okay, that's those. Pop you back in. Now these two connect with each other, so there you go. All right, so it is a Jedi TIE fighter. I thought it was. There's a bit of a gap in the middle though, which is a bit interesting. Yeah, so it's basically it's going to be a Jedi fighter. I think that's fairly clear to me now. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to a different place so it's more central. I should have done it in the first place, to be fair. In fact, I'm going to angle it so that this side camera can pick it up as well quite nicely. There we are. Two. Okay. Right, so what's the next bit? The next bit, let's put the cockpit on. One of these little clear pieces called a cheese wedge. I don't know if you can see that very well. And known in the trade as a cheese wedge. I don't think that's its official term, but that's the affectional term. So now you've got a little, there you can see it probably clearly now, you've got a little cockpit there, up at the top. Actually I want you more central. There we go. Okay, so who is next on my little list? Okay, so there's a little red bit just behind the cockpit. So we'll do that bit next. So a little red one. There you go. Shift that out. Okay, and then this one I believe goes on top. Let me just double check. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. Was there any other grey pieces on there? Is there? Alright, we'll work it out, we'll work it out. We will work it out. We will work it out. Sorry. You don't want to hear me sing. You don't want to hear me sing. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you do. I think I did that wrong. It should have been up here really, but never mind. Do you know what? I'm going to take another picture just to be on the safe side. I will say one thing with the other ones though, because they have more details on here, it was easy to place a marker. But because there's more space, there's not, you know, they've not put lots of little bits and pieces on it. It's a lot harder to have a particular spot in the middle of the page to do it. Okay. So, right, so we've got some little cannons. Next, so we've got some guns. Little weaponry. Which goes on the side. Like so. Make sure they're accurate. There we are. Okay, so that's one. Oh, oops. I might as well put them on both sides, get them to do it in one big job. Okay. Then we've got these little white side pass pieces, so we'll start with this side I guess. Don't recall these ships having that kind of design though. Got to be honest, don't recall that being the design, but there you go. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so this one's nearly finished. Right, okay. Right. It looks like we might have done something slightly wrong there. Oops. Because apparently there's these little corner pieces that go on, but that wasn't really clear. So a slight adjustment. Oops, I was about to move it without putting the little marker in there. Pop that back on. And the same on this. So it goes on like so. I'm actually going to move it further up because I feel like it's just slowly going that direction. I don't want. Oops. You need to see me doing that, don't you? It's funny how these pieces, they look so small, and yet when you build them together it makes quite a big vehicle. Okay. So now we put the jets in. Oops. Keep forgetting to do it on camera. In fact, what I'm going to do is going to flip it around. So that this camera over here can see it. And the second jet. And I just realised there's another piece I've forgotten. But we'll do that in a minute. Is this little square goes on the opposite side of the back. Now if I'd done that earlier this wouldn't be so awkward. There we are. But never mind, it's part of the fun of doing this. Is when you make a bit of a boob you have to go back and fix it. Okay, so we're almost done I think with this one. Only literally I think 2 more bits to do and the rest is all extras. So this goes on the outside, so we'll flip it back the other way. And then this one on the other side. This one on the other side. And we are done with the TIE Fighter. Not the TIE Fighter, the Starfighter. The Jedi Starfighter. And we've got a few pieces extra, which is always the way. So this is our little fighter. Jedi Fighter. I said I've not seen this particular design before, so it's a slightly different one. Now it might be that it's from The Mandalorian, which I haven't yet seen, so please don't give me any spoilers. When I can get to watch it I will. I may have to bite the bullet over Christmas and just pay the 1 month subscription and then cancel it straight after. I may have to do that, but there's my Jedi Fighter. So I'll take a few snapshots and then I'll get on with the Harry Potter one. These extra pieces I usually keep them aside for something. And sometimes I can make a little separate build on these things, so we'll see what happens. But sometimes I can make a little extra build, but we'll put these to one side for the moment. And I'm just going to take a few quick snaps of it.